The title of 8 is Calendar Aftermath. The main thought of this value is ongoing programs reflected. The problem that I've seen is that we have certain priorities, and we like this, prayer is important, evangelism is important, training my leaders is important, discipleship, that's important. Seeing our vision implemented is important. Seeing biblical outcomes happen is important. The problem is when we look at our annual, quarterly, monthly, weekly, even daily programming, it doesn't reflect it. It's not in there. We can say prayer is important, evangelism is important, but if we look at our weekly rundown, our service schedule, it's not in there. And so it's important that as we look at our programming within our calendar, that we prioritize the things that matter. And I'm not saying that the games and the big events, I'm not saying they're not important. I'm just saying that if you have priorities, if you believe that prayer is important, evangelism, training your leaders, a discipleship strategy, a bold vision, biblical outcomes, if you believe those are important, they should be reflected within your ongoing programs. And so this training will help you look at your ministry calendar and add to events, subtract from events. If something's, really being effective in the gospel advancing area, multiply to it. If something, is kind of happening-ish, be able to divide it, split it up, maybe add it to this date or slide it to that date. And you begin to do these things with the focus through the lens of being gospel advancing. What I've seen happen is that you're able to see your calendar a lot more clearly, and you're able to adjust it properly in order for you to reach that gospel advancing goal much faster. Again, as I said earlier, if you find yourself in a hole, stop digging. I can't tell you how many times I created an annual calendar and I started off real focused and then I got absolutely sidetracked. And so you'll be able to stay on focused, you'll be able to stay on track by the tool that we have, the 8-step gospel advancing ministry blueprint.